And we're live. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's. I feel like I'm a radio show announcer over here. Good morning and welcome to to the video today. I hope that your what day is it? Tuesday. I hope that your Tuesday is off to a great start. I hope that you're enjoying the week. I hope that at least where we are here, we've got some nice weather outside, which is nice. I couldn't imagine if this was middle of January where we had to be stuck inside and couldn't go outside and couldn't drive or couldn't go anywhere. Oh my goodness. Anyways, today's challenge is going to be a shorter one. I'm going to talk about gift certificates. If you're there, if you're joining, if you have ideas as we talk, please feel free to chime in. I would love to hear from you. I would love to have some of your feedback and some of your input on this stuff because I'm sure that you guys have done things in the past that have worked out really well for you, and I'd love to hear what those things are. So let me know if you have thoughts, if you have ideas. Otherwise, we are kind of starting to wrap up this series. We've been hammering out. This is day 15 technically. We initially only had planned 14 days. We've kind of combined a few of the days because initially I was saying that we'd gone out to like 23 days. We've combined some of the topics and we've even transitioned some of them over to podcast interviews. So anyways, we have a lot of content, but we are going to start to sort of wrap up this series that we've been running, but would love to hear from you if you have thoughts on what else we can be doing to support you, what else we can be doing to help you. This was all about building some marketing strategies and getting some marketing tactics in place to help you push through this. Would love to hear what you'd like to hear from us next. How else can we help you? How else can we show up and support you? Are you enjoying these lives? Do you want me to keep doing them? Or is it like, Bryan, you're hitting us like a tidal wave over here with all these ideas. I need some time to work on them. If that's what you need, then let me know. Would love to hear what your thoughts are. But let's go ahead and get into today's topic. We're going to talk about gift certificates, and again, it's going to be a pretty quick one. But the idea is that obviously, and this kind of we've touched on this a few times throughout this, but obviously right now is not a time that you're going to be doing sessions. So maybe now is a great time for you to be selling gift certificates. And when you look at it that way, where you can say, if you can make it attractive for folks, if you can make it so that it makes sense for people to be purchasing gift certificates right now to be used later on, then definitely, there's a great opportunity there that you can take advantage of. Good morning, Billy. Oh, I put you over my face. Good morning, Billy. Thank you for joining. Thanks for hanging out. Billy's been here every day saying hello. I know, Billy, you're working hard, so I appreciate you being here, Billy, and for showing up every day and dedicating yourself to growing your business. Appreciate that. Len, you've also been a consistent voice during these, so I appreciate you being here as well, Len. Thank you so much. I'm totally happy to keep doing these. Even if you guys just want to have a cup of coffee every morning at 11 o'clock and we can just quickly say hello and see how you guys are all doing. I'm more than happy to do it. Again, we're just trying to show up for you guys in any way that we can, so we could just keep having these kinds of chats, or if you have other topics that you want us to go into or to build a program around, let us know what you guys think. We'd be more than happy to help and contribute in any way possible. Okay, gift certificates. So gift certificates, again, if you can, I think one of the things that you have to think about is that if you were just to say, right now to your clients, something like, hey, buy a gift certificate because we can't shoot right now. That in and of itself probably isn't motivation enough for them to want to do it. There's no real reason. And human beings, we have to have reasons to buy. We have to, and when it comes to sales psychology, there is so much that is done to give people a reason to act now. And it might not even be something that you recognize or that you are aware of or that's something that you pay attention to. But these things like buy now, limited time offer, like if you look at infomercials as an example, infomercials, as much as we all hate them and as much as they're cheesy, they work. Because if they didn't work, then people wouldn't do them anymore. So infomercials are incredibly effective from a direct response sales perspective. Direct response is probably one of my favorite topics to study, and I've studied it for years and years and years. And I'm still learning and I'm still working on it. And there's still so much to learn from it. But direct response is an incredible area of study, and that would be one that I would recommend that you read into and watch videos on and learn more about. But direct response, which is what infomercials are, one of the principles that they often follow in direct response is giving people a reason to buy. They use urgency, they use limited quantities, they use scarcity, they use limited time offers. Like they use things like that to encourage people and to inspire people to actually make a decision. Because human beings left to their own devices, human beings left to their own decision-making processes will usually not make a decision, right? So we have to give people a reason to make a decision. And so now to bring this full circle, as it relates to gift certificates, if you don't give people a reason to make a decision, they probably won't make a decision. If it's just like, let me know, you can buy a gift certificate, there's not reason enough in there for someone to actually make a purchasing decision. So if you want people to make a decision and to purchase gift certificates right now, you've got to give them a good incentive. And I've got a couple ideas and would love to hear if you have ideas, if you've done something in the past that's worked, feel free to share here with the community and we can have a quick little discussion about it. But I've got a few ideas. One that I've run in the past is a no session fee gift certificate. Basically meaning, hey, my session fee is normally $350. If you buy a gift certificate for $350 right now, you're going to get that entire amount towards prints from your session. So basically meaning there's no session fee. And from a marketing perspective and from a sales perspective, I would lead with that and say, hey, I'm waiving session fees, or there's no session fee or free session fee, or however you want to promote it and put it out there. You basically put it out there and, the fine print is like, yes, you still paid the $350, but you get that $350 towards your prints and your products. So basically, as far as folks are concerned right now, they get to book a portrait session, or they get to buy a gift certificate for a portrait session to be used in the spring or in the summer, and they don't have to pay a session fee. That's a huge savings for them. That's a huge incentive for them. It makes a lot of sense for them. So that's a really good way to approach it, a really good way to frame it for folks. That's one way I've done in the past, and it's worked pretty well. The other one, and I've never done this, but I know Rob Knoll, who you obviously know from the podcast, and Rob Knoll's a good friend of mine, great local photographer here in the Niagara region, and has been heavily involved in Sprout for many years, since its inception, actually. He has run this other thing that I want to talk about that I just thought, I've never done it myself, but I think it's a great idea. And he always called them, I believe, he called them double dollar gift certificates or something to that extent. Basically meaning whatever you purchase in a gift certificate, you're going to get double that. I love that idea. So if you basically say, hey, look, I'm going to double your money. So if you want to buy a gift certificate for $500 right now, I'm going to give you one for $1,000. If you want to buy a gift certificate for $1,000, I'm going to give you a gift certificate for $2,000. It's a great way to incentivize people to spend more, because the more they spend, the more they're going to get. They're getting exponential value on that. And you can explain it where, like, yeah, you can buy it and then you can use it towards your session. You can use it towards books. You can use it towards prints. I mean, obviously, you have to figure out the fine print that makes sense for you. But I see no reason in saying, hey, if you, whatever you want to buy in terms of a gift certificate, you can go ahead and I'm going to double that for you. That's a great incentive, and it encourages people to spend more, because they're going to get more, right? So again, how you pitch it, how you sell it, how you promote it is going to be up to you. It's going to be all, different, but that is a great sales mechanism. That's a great sort of reason to buy now. And you see what I mean when I say reason to buy now? You have to give people a reason, like, why am I going to make this decision now? What about this is attractive now versus just booking my session with you in the springtime? Give them a reason. So, and you can even use the current crisis as, and I mean, it is, you're not using this as a fake sales pitch. Right now, we're all hurting as photographers. And right now, your income has dropped as a photographer, and cash flow is tight, and you've had deferrals, and you've had cancellations, and you've had reschedules. So you're trying to think of a way to keep your business afloat in order to still serve your local community, in order to still be a photographer in your local community. And so in order to lean into that, you're now offering this double dollar gift certificate option. You're now offering this no session fee gift certificate option. You're now offering however you want to sort of structure it, make sense to you. Wayne, good morning to you. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Always great to see you here. I love seeing a lot of you guys are here every day, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys coming in and spending time and saying good morning. So thank you so much. I got a question coming in here. So Len, would you put a limit on it if they are planning a wedding? I could potentially give them a 50% off. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I would limit how it can be used. Personally, I would limit how it can be used. It's for a family portrait or it's for portraits, like not weddings. So I would definitely limit that because I wouldn't want, again, same thing, right? You wouldn't want a wedding doing that. You wouldn't want a corporate event doing that or something like that. So I would probably say must be used for a portrait or something like that. But definitely something to consider. Again, something else to consider. If you're saying, hey, book your weekday wedding for 2021 and save 25%, or maybe you have some similar coupon or some similar gift certificate that you offer to brides and grooms, or brides and brides, or grooms and grooms, to couples. But you have certain limits on it, right? Like, hey, if you book an off-season wedding, here's your option for a gift certificate. Or if you book a weekday wedding, here's your option for a gift certificate. You can kind of build in certain boundaries around that if you wanted to offer it to your couples who are getting married. So there's some quick thoughts. And the last thought that I want to throw at you, and this is something that I've run in the past that has worked really, really, really well for me. And it is a referral program, a sort of like share the love gift certificate program. That's kind of what I called it. I called it the share the love program. And basically what I did was I made up 5 gift certificates. Now, actually, I should clarify this. When I talk about gift certificates, I believe it's really important to create a gift certificate that looks beautiful. I don't think it should just be like on a piece of paper that you print out and give to somebody. Whenever I've done gift certificates in the past, I've actually worked with a wedding stationery designer, and I've designed them, and I've worked with her to build them so that they actually look like a wedding invitation. Like they're beautiful, they're gorgeous. In fact, I might even have one. Let me check. Hang on, I may have one here. Okay, I have a version of one of mine right here. So this is like, again, like it's designed like a wedding invitation, and I've got a little insert that goes into it as well. But you can see, it's like it's a nice little kind of like, it looks like a wedding invite, right? So it's kind of really nice. It's really pretty. By the way, while I was looking in there, something else that I have that I've done in the past and I still do, I buy at the beginning of the year Starbucks gift cards in bulk. $10 Starbucks gift cards in bulk. You can buy them from, I think, starbucks.com or .ca, whatever. And I usually buy like 100 of them. So yeah, I mean, it cost me $1,000, but I now can send these out and I include them with cards. I write a little message in them. I can give them to people, a little thank you message. I'll include them with gift certificates. I'll include them with packages if I'm delivering. So I will buy them at the beginning of the year, and I'll have them, and I'll just give them out as it makes sense, because I think that having those little value adds, those little kind of nice little elements of surprise are really, really nice to have. Anyway, so gift certificates, I believe that you should make them look beautiful. I believe that they should feel more than just a piece of paper. If someone's buying something that is worth $500, again, not that like this in and of itself is worth $500, but it needs to feel significant. It shouldn't just feel like you're printing something on your laser printer at home. So just think about that. Anyways, this Share the Love program that I've run in the past, basically I would do up 5 of these, and I would make up a little letter that I would write to my client. So I would give a client, give an existing client that I already know is an ideal client, and they're the kind of client that I want to work with more people like them. So I want, their friends, I want their referrals. And it's someone that has already had a good experience in working with me. So this isn't a bulk thing. I think in the past I did it with 10 clients when I ran it the first time. So I basically gave each of those clients 5 gift certificates. And I wrote a letter to them, each one of them individually. And I said, something to the extent of, this is the Share the Love program that I wanted to introduce you to. And I only offer this to my very best family portrait clients. I've included in this package, and I packaged it up in this beautiful box and I mailed it to them, I've included in this package 5 gift certificates, each worth $350 that you can give to 5 people that you know that might appreciate the kind of photographs that I made for you and for your family. And so it's a gift from you to one of your friends, to one of your family members that you can give to them on behalf of us, but it's a gift from you to them. And so when the client gets this, like they literally write out, from their name to the person's name, and the amount is pre-filled out on there. And so my client gets to give somebody a gift certificate and say, hey, this is from me to you. I want to give this as a gift to you. So my client looks like the hero. My client looks like they get to do this really amazing thing. And they do. I'm giving them that opportunity to kind of show up to their friends. And now I'm getting a qualified referral. Yes, I'm waiving the or the session fee, but I know that they're coming in as a qualified referral. And now it's going to also give my client the opportunity to talk me up to them. So when they give it, like, oh yeah, you got to go see Bryan, and here's what he did for me, and maybe they'll show them the pictures, or that picture we have up in our living room, that was done by Bryan, blah blah blah. And it gives them that opportunity to have that word of mouth. So that client is now coming in as a really highly qualified lead, a really highly qualified client for me. And if we are doing our jobs as photographers, if we're doing a good job with selling and with everything else that goes on with what we do with a client, the session fee in and of itself is such a small portion of what we actually will make from a client. So if me doing this promotion means that I have to waive the session fee, but I get a client who might now come in and spend $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on prints, that's well worth it for me. That's the cost of marketing. And that makes a lot of sense, especially because they're coming in pre-qualified. So that's sort of the other take on gift certificates. And I've done that in the past twice now. And it's worked really well. It's a good little bump in revenue. It's a good bump in new business. And it makes a lot of sense. And I think right now is a really good time to offer something like that. So consider offering something like that in your business right now. Kick up a Share the Love program. It's a great way to generate referrals, to get new bookings, to get new clients, to have more work to share on social. And then, of course, you get the subsidiary sales from that because you're doing either IPS when you're allowed to, or you're doing virtual IPS or something along those lines. So there is the topic for today, gift certificates. Basically just kind of thinking about why would people want to buy a gift certificate now and what incentive can you give them? What reason do they have to go ahead and do this right now? Again, you've got to give them a reason. It can't just be, please help me. You've got to give them a reason to buy right now. So come up with a program and put it out there for your clients. I think that you would be surprised how successful it can be. So I'm going to wrap up for today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys, if you're there live, thank you for hanging out live with me. Again, would love to hear what you guys think in terms of what we can do moving forward from here. I think we've got maybe 2 more days left of content planned for this marketing challenge. I know it's been a tidal wave of information. Hey, Kev. Hey, Kevin Unger. How's it going? Thanks, Kev. I know that this has all been a tidal wave of information thrown at you guys, and you probably just need some time to do these things. I addressed that yesterday, so if you didn't watch the beginning of the video from yesterday's video, go and watch that because kind of had a good little heart-to-heart, you and I, about getting things done and education and implementing the ideas and actually following through with these things. But I would love to hear from you. Where can we go from here? How can I help you? How can we help you from here on out? So if we got a couple more days left in this, I would love to hear from you. What we can do. Should we keep doing the lives? What should I talk about in the lives? Is there any other areas that you think that you can get a hand with as it relates to the current crisis and some ideas that you have that you maybe want to implement? Would love to hear what you think. Billy, so thank you. I'd love to hear more about content that converts clients. Billy, that's a great idea. I'd love to hear, if you can, clarify for me what you mean by content that converts. Do you mean email marketing? Do you mean copywriting? Do you mean selling via email and the sort of inquiry process? Let me know if you can just clarify that for me. Help us kind of build out some content for you. But anyways, guys, again, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys showing up every day. Let me know. Website critiques. If you guys want website critiques, let me know. I would love to hear. I would love to see if that's something that you guys would like us to do. We've done them in the past, and obviously when I do coaching, I offer obviously website critiques and help break things down. But I think that would be a really cool idea. Very, very cool. Carrie, let's see here. So this is so helpful. I've really enjoyed all these marketing ideas and tips. You are so great. I'm happy I decided to use Sprout Studio. Oh, Carrie, thank you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, actually, one of the things, just as a side note, if you are a Sprout Studio, again, these are not about Sprout Studio, but one of the things that we are building for Sprout Studio users is email marketing right now. So we've completely pivoted our development roadmap, and we are building email marketing, which is like super, super exciting. And it's literally going to be in your hands like very, very, very soon. Like we're talking, again, I keep saying we're talking weeks, not months, like very, very soon. We've pivoted and we're doing everything we can to get that in your hands. So that's super cool. Tara, hey, how's it going? Website and portfolio critiques. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I'm game for website critiques. I think that would be pretty cool. Fred, is Ecamm similar to Zoom? So Ecamm, which is what I'm using right now to broadcast, is basically just for broadcasting. So it hooks into the Facebook API and it lets me basically plug in and say I'm going live, and it broadcasts, so I can broadcast from my computer and do all kinds of cool things with screen sharing and all that kind of stuff. So that's what Ecamm is. Len, looking forward to it. Yes, good stuff. Okay, cool. Guys, let me know, okay? So if you're not already on Instagram following us, come over on Instagram. Get Sprout Studios where you can find us. I'd love to hear from you guys over there. Send us a direct message and say, hey, Bryan told me to come here, and this is what we should do, because Carly in our marketing team manages and runs our Instagram page right now. She crushes it, absolutely crushes it. Love the stuff that we're putting out there. I'm super, super happy and proud of what we're doing over there. And if you can put the bug in her ear, then it's going to help us make a decision on where we go from here. I kind of show up and help and do the content here for you guys. But Carly and Drew in our sales/marketing team helps a lot as well with sort of the content planning and figuring out all these programs that we're doing. So if you can go in there and kind of put the bug in her ear on Instagram, then it's going to get back and heavily influence what we're doing here. Let's see here. I'm so excited about the email marketing. I asked you about that not too long ago. Do you have any plans for a mobile app that we would be able to send? Yeah, so mobile apps definitely are something that we have planned on doing, that we plan on doing, that we want to do. It's kind of just a matter of time and a matter of development resources. We had initially planned out, I'm not going to go into all the details on Sprout because this is not about Sprout, but we had had this roadmap planned out of what's next and everything, and we had planned out our 2020 schedule development wise and resource wise. And yes, mobile apps are on there. However, we've had to obviously pivot and adapt and shift our priorities because of this, and we decided as soon as all this hit, we said, email marketing, we need to get that out because, it's something that you guys need to be able to use. It's something that you can use to kick up new business, that you can use to promote your business, to make some sales, to connect with clients, to create new opportunities. And so we kind of shifted our whole roadmap around. We're being very, very agile, very sort of ad hoc with how we're doing this stuff. And this is kind of like, I guess maybe that's a lesson for you guys too, right? Where you need to be nimble. You need to be quick on your toes. You need to be quick to react to things because right now, again, these are unprecedented times. No one has a foolproof plan for how to deal with what's happening right now. Everyone is just doing their best and trying to think on their feet and trying to react and trying to adapt. And that's something that we did. We, again, started early on with like, okay, let's write some content. Let's write some template contracts. Let's write some email templates. Let's do everything we can to give you guys the tools, the resources, the insight, the knowledge, the tips that you need in order to deal with this with your clients as quickly as possible. And then looking at what we're doing from the product standpoint, we said, okay, we've got these features that we're building out, but what do our users, what do photographers need now what can we give them now? How can we give them things now, and how can we shift our roadmap given the current crisis, and give our users what they need now, and perhaps the things that we were working on are going to have to get shifted to the end of the year. So we've had to adapt, and that's something that I think we all have to learn through, right? You guys are going to have to adapt. We're adapting. Everyone's adapting. No one knows what the heck is going on right now, and no one knows how long this will be going on for, and no one knows, when things are going to go back to normal, if at all, to be honest. And so right now, adapting is the name of the game, guys. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what we can do for you, what other content we can create, what other kind of program we can create, how else we can show up and help you guys every day. Website critiques seems like it's a pretty big one. So if that seems to be the consensus, let us know. But go over to Instagram, get Sprout Studio, send us a direct message over there. That's the best way to get into Carly's ear, which will then get into my ear, and we can plan out a program for you guys as we wrap up the end of this marketing challenge here. So anyways, guys, have a great Tuesday, and we'll talk to you. Oh, hang on, I got a question. I got a question. Sarah's coming in. This just in, breaking news. Sarah, would you recommend doing the $double gift certificate amount as a social media ad, or would that be too much to give away? No, I mean, honestly, Sarah, I think right now, here, let me put the question back up, sorry. Right now, the thing is that, like, all of our expectations are shifting, and I think that's something that we need to be okay with. I've said this before in a couple of the broadcasts that we've done here. This whole idea of, our get out of bed price, I think it's shifting. I think we're going through really tough times right now. A lot of us are seeing a lot of changes, and I think that we need to not be too proud to, do the hard work and be okay with, lowering our expectations in terms of money right now, because something is better than nothing, right? And so I don't necessarily think that, spreading the word as far and wide as you possibly can, like via a social media ad, is a bad thing right now. I mean, if I could put a Facebook ad up, or if I could create a marketing campaign and have 100 people buy a gift certificate each for $1,000, and if I doubled that for them, I mean, hell, I don't care. That's $100,000, right? Like, just as an example, it might be dramatic, but maybe not, right? That's a really, really good way to generate some really good money very quickly and have the rest of your season filled up pretty quickly. Yes, you've doubled the gift certificate value for them, but they're still spending a good amount too. So you're only giving as much as they're giving you. So it's not really, a bad situation, again, especially in times like this right now, when the revenue, our cash flow is significantly impacted. So no, I wouldn't hesitate, Sarah, to get that out there as far and wide as I possibly could, in my opinion. Okay, guys, have a great Tuesday. I'm going to wrap up for real now, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, every day of the week until this ends. If we don't restart it, I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think, okay? Bye, guys. Have a good day.